Welcome to SVG Europe Sport Production Summit here at the iconic De La Mar Theatre in Amsterdam. I'm here today with Yoni Tayar, Marketing Director for TVU Networks. Hi Yoni.
Hi Eva, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. So can you tell us what TVU Networks is going to be announcing for the sports broadcasting market here at IBC?
So at IBC this year, majorly three novelties that were coming from. Like the first one is going to be, I would say, the core of our industry, the backpack, the transmitters. We're going to launch a really new version, which is going to include HDR, 4K, 60p, of course 5G ready, but also 10-bit and 422. So it's basically going to be really a super performing live video transmitter for the sport industry. I mean, with the upcoming big events in Europe, like the UEFA Europe Cup next year and the Olympics 2020 in Japan, I mean, this is going to be the pack really that is going to boost the transmission to the next level, the cellular transmission. So that's like the first one. And the second one, which we've seen growing a lot, is what we call talk show, which is aimed at like growing the fan engagement and the audience participation. So it's a cloud-based cloud participation tool, audience participation tool. And the objective is to allow people from anywhere to join the live show. For example, we have like Football Social who used it this year for the Premier League games, where they were able to interact with the fan from the stadium, even in crowded stadium. Because of the technology we use, we're able to get the level of connectivity sufficient to get alive during the game from the fan in the stadium. So that really brings another level of audience to the show and really help growing the audience participation. So that's the second one. And the third one is what we call the G-Link 4K. So a lot of our products this year are coming with 4K and HDR, which is over IP, which is pretty new for this industry. And this one is a contribution encoder, which is again like the aim is really for getting the highest quality for like professional sports event, like to transfer a signal. So it's like transferring one signal from one point to another, and keeping it the highest quality possible, 4K HDR 422 over IP and over unmanaged network like public internet, which this doesn't exist. And this is really bringing another level of cost efficiency. Of course, we use all the technology behind TVU in terms of reliability over the public internet, and we make it like, I mean, really a cost-efficient solution compared to what can exist with satellites or with like private networks today.
Okay, and then what's TVU's kind of overall strategy as far as sports broadcasting goes with these new announcements?
So like the main strategy, I would say it's three aspects that we see in the sport market. The first one is trying to grow the coverage to like more like niche markets. So by releasing technologies that are working over IP and that are more cost efficient. I'm taking an example of this summer we covered the World Roller Game in Barcelona. This was using like remote production technology that most people would like things like maybe a bit scary to use sometimes, but now after the years it's getting more and more adapted for this kind of market. It was 140,000 audience for this event. So of course it's not like the millions of people that get attendees for World Cups, but still like it got great coverage. The production costs were minimal. And so that's what we see, like the first trends, and that's what we are trying to bring to the market, is the capabilities to produce more events at lower cost.
Great.
Okay. And the second trend that we see is that like the quality, the requirement in quality is increasing. I mean, like, and we see that in sport, for example, HDR is sometimes more important than 4K. So that's why we are bringing like this it's the first video transmitter on the market that do like HDR, because it's almost more important for sport broadcaster to be able to do 1080p HDRs than to do 4K HDR.
Yeah. And
also with our transmission solution, we're able to do like to keep this high quality level with very low internet bandwidth. Like for 1080p, it's like 800 kilobit per second, which is unique. And I mean, so far, I mean, every customer that has tested it are like wowed by the performances in terms of picture quality. So we are trying to bring these two aspects of like reaching more niche market, involving more the fans also, so that we grow fan engagement.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like improving the quality with like cost-efficient solution.
Excellent. And then bringing it back to IBC again, what are your top top predictions for trends that you think we're going to see this year?
I mean, one that I think we're going to see is around the use of data in sports. I mean, we've seen it a lot, like data has been always used and it's been going more and more trendy for people to go online and look for more and more data. And now with the help of AI, I'm not only talking about statistics, but like the capacity to follow a player. For example, like with face and face recognition, you can like follow the action of really that specific player. And also with AI and news automated workflow, it becomes way quicker to find automatically content with all the frame where that player is playing and create a small clip and publish it on social media. Like all this now can be done in a matter of like couple of minutes, 10, 15 minutes, while before to create like a special clip and just look for all the frame of that player, it could take hours. And the person online are not like as demanding maybe as like a real programming on TV. So I really think that like content personalization using AI, gathering more information using AI on the players, the sport players, I mean this is going to keep being trendy. And the other one, I've talked about it again, it's fan engagement, like how to grow the fan engagement. I'm sure we're going to see more and more solution on audience participation, involving the fans, getting them to bring their personal touch to the show.
Fantastic. Okay. Thank you very much, Yoni.
You're welcome.
Have a good show.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.